unbeatable, I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable.
Couple minutes not a score. Every time they wanna clash, the winners kicking through the door. I am unbeatable. Chances running out of stop, and we're running out the clock. I fail once, never stop. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah.
Welcome to the British Basketball League YouTube channel for week 14 of the Championship. We're halfway through the regular season and we have some seriously splendid sparkle coming your way. Tonight's game features the Bristol Flyers, who are travelling to the National Basketball Centre to tip off against the Manchester Giants. They've already played each other twice this season, with both teams notching up a road win by the narrowest of margins. So hoping for another tight game are Josh Bett and Graham Hiscock.
Welcome, Basel fans, to the National Basel Centre for tonight's matchup between the Manchester Giants and the visiting Bristol Flyers. The Giants, who are currently lying in ninth, will be looking to move into the playoff spots with a win tonight. However, the last time the Flyers visited Manchester in October, they took down their opponents 87-91. The Giants nearly managed to overcome an 18-point deficit, but the Flyers, led by Tajon Lucas with 17 points, managed to hold on for the victory. More recently, Bristol have won 2 games on the bounce, taking down quality opposition in Sheffield and Newcastle. Both Jamel Anderson and Tevin Ollison are leading their respective teams with 15.2 points each on average, and their offensive output could prove to be the key behind who takes the victory tonight. With both teams chasing either home court advantage or a playoff spot, expect this to be a close game with everything left on the basketball court. Well, welcome, Basel fans. Again, we're live here at Manchester as our home team, the Giants, will be taking on the visitors, the Bristol Flyers. Well, good evening, Basel fans, and I'm your commentator, Josh Bett, alongside Graham Hiscock. Graham, Manchester, 5 wins, 12 losses. What have you seen from them so far this season?
Well, when they're on, they're a very dangerous team. They've got some really nice players, of course, led by Jamel Anderson, the captain, and we'll speak about him shortly. But as a team, I think Brian Simonian is just moving them into position. They're hanging around that 8th spot. Surrey Scorchers are there as well. That is a really great fight for that 8th and 8th spot just to get into the playoffs later on in the season. But there's both teams full of talent, and Manchester have got home court advantage. They've got to make it count tonight.
Well, Bristol have had a topsy-turvy season so far, but after a string of disappointing losses, they appear to have refound their form.
Yeah, 2 big wins last weekend was massive, and a win in Europe as well, because things really were going west in November. But that just says a lot about that man there, Coach Kapoulis, his attitude and the attitude he's passing on to his team.
I guess the question right now is, who is the win more important for? Manchester chasing a playoff position, or in the case of the Bristol Flyers, trying to achieve home court advantage?
There's no difference in the importance. Every game matters in the British Basketball League, and Brian Simonian spoke about it in his interview as well. They've really focused on this game. Every home game is crucial. They need to get into a rhythm. They need to believe that they can get this win tonight.
Well, now it's time for us to take a look at the league standings here in the British Basketball League. As you can see, London Lions still kings of the league with 17 victories. Plymouth City Patriots still rock bottom with 2 losses. But our team tonight, as we mentioned, Manchester Giants in 9th place, looking to bounce into the playoffs, while the Bristol Flyers, for them, it's trying to hold on for a potential home court advantage in the playoffs this season in the British Basketball League. Well, Basel fans, we're going to kickstart the weekend here in Manchester. Tomorrow we have an exciting doubleheader. London Lions, they will be hosting the Cheshire Phoenix. But the big game to look out for will be on Sky Sports. Leicester Riders will be taking on the Caledonia Gladiators. Sunday, we have a triple header. Scorchers will be hosting the Caledonia Gladiators. The London Lions will be taking on Manchester Giants. And we will top the weekend off with a final game between the Cheshire Phoenix and, of course, the Newcastle Eagles. Well, Basel fans, we are going to take a short break, but don't go anywhere too long, as we will be back momentarily for this game live in Manchester. Welcome back, Basel fans. We're live here in Manchester for this game in the British Basel League between the Manchester Giants and the Bristol Flyers. Well, again, if you are watching live in the United Kingdom or in the United States of America, Graham, at the moment, it's time to look out for the key players. And we're going to start with the Manchester Giants. And, you know, the one player we must look at is this man, Jamal Anderson.
Yeah, Jamal, 33 years old now. He's just maturing like a fine wine. 15 points a game. That's a leader on this team. 3.7 rebounds, 3.1 assists, 36 minutes. That leads the whole league. So you know he is like granite, man. He is just going to keep going and delivering. And if you look at last weekend, 15 points and 2 rebounds versus Surrey in the win, and Caledonia, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists in the loss. But against Bristol, he hurt them as well. Last time, 14 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. So he's consistent. He's a leader. GB international of the past. I think he should be looked at for this current GB crop that's coming up in February.
Well, the other player to look out for the Manchester Giants is the big man inside, Mr. William Lee. And, you know, he's been fantastic so far in his return.
Yeah, he's scary athletic as well, Josh. 13 points a game, 7 rebounds, 27 minutes a game, not playing as many minutes as Jamal Anderson, and the 1 assist. But he's coming up big with the points that he's getting in the game he did play against Bristol. It was his season high, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and big games against Caledonia and Surrey last weekend, 15 points and 16 points respectively. So watch out for a big game and a big matchup against Brad Green.
Well, there are your players to look out for from the Manchester Giants. Bristol Flyers, let's talk about this man, Tevin Ollison. He's been terrific.
Yeah, really like Tevin. I picked him pre-game before, and he doesn't disappoint. 16.4 points a game, 3.4 rebounds, 3.3 assists, and 31 minutes, just a few minutes behind Jamal Anderson. They're going to be in direct contact tonight, and it's very important that he gets a really big game here on the road. He's shooting 32% from 3. And last weekend against Surrey, 18 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. And the 2 games against Manchester previously, 14 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists was his biggest effort in those 2 games. So a big-time player.
Well, the big man to look out for the Bristol Flyers, this man, the big green machine, Brad Green. He's going to have a big game here tonight, Graham. Yeah,
2 meters 10. He's the biggest of the bigs on show tonight, 25 years old, the American, 19 games. 12 points a game, 9.4 rebounds a game. He leads the whole league in rebounds. You don't keep him off the glass, and if you don't stop him from posting up, he will punish you time and time again. He's a great rebounder, a super teammate, will set some nice screens for Bristol as well. So watch out for a huge game from Brad Green.
Again, looking at the coaches for this game, excuse me, Brian Simone, he's got to be off the back of a lot of confidence from their win against the Surrey Scorchers.
Yeah, that was tough. It went down to the last couple of plays because Surrey couldn't get the shot off at the end, but that was down to some great defense. He looks relaxed. He's put a lot of focus on this game, and he's going to be putting a lot of focus on all their home games because he wants to make the playoffs. It's out of him. It's out of Manchester, and it's out of Surrey at the moment for that 8th spot.
Well, there is the head coach of the Bristol Flyers, Andreas Kapoulis. And again, he'll be looking for a big performance from his players tonight. But Basel fans, we're going to take a look at the starting lineups for these 2 teams. We're going to begin with the Manchester Giants. Well, Brian Simone will be going with the backcourt of Harris along with the likes of Nick Lewis. It's a very big lineup with Ledger Roberts, and he'll be partnered with William Lee, while Jamal Anderson will be the small forward tonight. There's your starting 5 for the Manchester Giants. While the visitors, the Bristol Flyers, Andreas Kapoulis, he'll be going with a backcourt that will see Jackson partnered with Tevin Ollison. Rafa Thomas Edwards slowly but surely coming back into the starting lineup. Brad Green, the big man, will be inside, while Roel Graham-Bell will play small forward. Basel fans, it's time now to go meet the head coaches to get their thoughts on this big matchup here tonight.
It's going to be a tough contest. You'd hate to say a must-win at this point in the season, but we definitely put a lot of emphasis on this win. I think this could really launch us into the season. So the fellows have prepared really hard with intensity this week in film and in training because we put a lot of emphasis on tonight's game.
We're playing a very talented Manchester team. You can see them playing better every game. I mean, the addition, having guys back like Leah Robertson has made a huge difference for them, and they're in every game, so we know it's going to be tough here.
It's going to be an exciting matchup with William Lee going up against Brad Green.
Like you said, those are two exciting players, highly skilled. It's great to have Wilt back at full strength, and Ledge back at full strength. I know we'll throw a lot of bodies at their front line as well because they're super talented. So it's great that we're healthy because we're going to be tested there at the front lines, no doubt.
Got to keep them into a half-court game. Those first 6 to 8 seconds of possession are going to be so critical to get back, make them play against the half-court.
Boy, these fans have been great. You know, it's my first year here, and getting to learn them, and they're here early. We open the doors an hour early, and there's a line to get in, even when it's raining out.
We had a very good October. November was a bit of a struggle, but in December we've picked up some really good momentum with a comeback win over Sheffield, and then going to Newcastle and producing a very good second half. So confidence in a good place. We have some of the injured guys looking to come back. I think for us is we don't want to think too far ahead. Just make sure we take it one game at a time.
Well, Graham, there you heard from both coaches. Defense is going to be the key, but I'm going to ask you the very direct question. Who's taking the W here tonight in Manchester?
Yeah, Manchester Giants need this win massively, desperately. I pick them to win.
Well, there is your prediction. Manchester Giants to go for the victory. But Basel fans, we're moments away from tip-off, and we're going to take a short break as we'll be back momentarily. Well, welcome back, Basel fans. Our 3 referees sign up: Paul Unsworth, Matthew Lloyd, and Tom Mutterman. And again, we'd like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of our officials here in the British Basketball League. And they're going to give a big job tonight here. Remember, 27 days ago, Manchester Giants, they won on the road against the Bristol Flyers. That was on the 17th of November, but go back 56 days ago. These two teams met on this floor, and as we mentioned, it was the Flyers who left with a victory. Neither team has defeated each other on home soil. But again, this is going to be a big one. We're going to get this one underway. Giants will have the first possession. The Giants going with quite a big lineup tonight with Anderson, William Lee, and of course the big man. Being Ledger robust, and I find Anderson left wide open. The 3 is up, and it's good. Well, Anderson, as you mentioned, could be a consideration for Great Britain come February time, Graham.
Yeah, that's a big-time shot, completely wide open. No hesitation from Jamal. Yeah, Coach Stutes will keep an eye on that player.
Graham Bell finding Brad Green. There's another player that can light it up from the perimeter as Allison fires. The time and space, but unable to connect it. Now can Harris push this one for the Giants. Giants, of course, off the back of a big victory against the Surrey Scorchers. Now Harris, slight deflection, can't get it. Flyers still looking for their first bucket. Green doesn't take many three-pointers. Fires this one, no problem for the big green machine. Well, what can this man not do, Graham?
It's a big-time three-point shot. He takes minimal efforts and makes from three, but he's wide open, no hesitation. He line drives it home.
Green not renowned for his three-point shooting, but when left wide open, can William Lee respond? There's a player that, very versatile, but Flyers with a chance to take the lead for the first time. Green goes in with a teardrop and 5 early points for Brad Green.
Yeah, and that's how versatile he is. Can be, hits the three and then the push jump hook.
Another deep one again. Jamel Anderson feeling the confidence early on.
Wow, I mean, that semi-transition, he just pulls up and drains it for three on the opposite wing to his first one.
I just found something out, Greg. That was Brad Green's first three-pointer this season in the British Basketball League. He'd only attempted 5 three-pointers out of 19 games. Are we looking at something new to his game now?
Well, why not? They're not going to come out to him on that scout, so if he's there and no one's, that's a sort of Pau Gasol type three, wide open, nothing but net.
Well, Manchester's defense inside the paint being exploited as Roel Graham-Bell just getting the easy layup. Remember, it was 56 days ago these two teams met on this court. Bristol had a big lead. Giants made a comeback. But Bristol left with a victory. It's another turnover here for Harris.
Yeah, really good defense by Brad Green. He kept down in his defensive position, hands up, did not reach, did not bump.
Flyers lead it by 1 point. Trying to build that momentum early on here in the first quarter. Wallison throwing it down. This is the matchup we want to see here. Green posting up against Ledger Roberts, and again, making it look way too easy.
Yeah, we spoke about it pre-game. If you let him get deep and go into his moves in the post, you got big, big trouble. Another jump hook.
Well, Lewis pulls up in the mid-range, probably had Ledger Robertson wide open. Something about Manchester's offense is a lot of talent, but times collectively, it's trying to put that on the floor together. Lewis picks up a foul, so Flyers will be going to the free throw line.
That's CJ Jackson, who's only just come into the Bristol Flyers roster in the last few weeks, averaging 8.8 points a game, and he's just slowed down, gone downhill. And Nick Lewis with the foul. Nice job by Jackson, luring the defense into him.
Well, CJ Jackson, originally from Charlotte, North Carolina. He started his university basketball career at JUCO level at Eastern Florida State College, then played at the infamous Ohio State. Had a very productive senior year where he averaged 11 points per game out of the 33 played. Started his pro career in Sweden, spent some good years playing in Sweden before making the journey over to Israel. And again, another player with British basketball experience, briefly did feature for the Leicester Riders. Having played in that one basketball Champions League qualifying match. 5-point lead to the Flyers. Watson's made 2 3-pointers. Why not goes for a third one? This one's up again. Get it, but Brad Green keeping and preventing Giants from an offensive board. Red Bell baseline throws it down with 2 hands and no regard for Manchester's help side defense.
Yeah, great job by Brad Green initially against 2 Manchester players, and then the slam.
Well, another 3-point. It was an 8-0 run for the Flyers. Harris responds now for the 3rd trade ball. Giants living and dying from the perimeter, Graham.
Yeah, they need to get some open ones like they did with Jamal's first 3. A couple have been closely guarded.
Well, another 3. Harris puts it up. Just can't get it, but Robert's an offensive board. He goes up, gets rejected. He follows up with a rebound. Giants trying to go down low. Legend go for the post up, a turnaround just a little too strong, but good defense again by Brad Green.
Yeah, just doing enough. Robertin went into one of the moves that Brad Green uses, but Bristol come away unscathed on that defensive possession.
Shot in the corner by the Flyers, just rattles its way in and out. Flyers still with the momentum, but can Manchester find something in their offense? So far, it's all been from the perimeter. They go for the mid-range. Getting good looks, but you'll probably need someone to crash the offensive rebounds at the moment.
Yeah, and a lot of these threes are early in the offense as well, so if they miss, they're not in defense, they're in position to rebound.
Well, William Lee failed to come up with a rebound as Roel Garambell missing 2 in a row.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. After the really explosive dunk along the baseline, he misses a couple of offensive rebounds.
Nice play by Ledger Robertson, cutting it down a 2-point lead. You want to see that from the big man. Take it right at Brad Green.
Yeah, I think that he's going to get good success if he just attacks immediately before Brad Green gets set defensively. Good job by Robertson.
Now we're under 5 minutes here in the first quarter. Flyers still leading by 2 points. Allison trying to go in and around the deep. Well, he was a wide open look, but he finds Thomas Edwards. Can't connect with this one. Giants with a chance to tie the game up, maybe take the lead. Remember, they have already hit 3 3-pointers so far. Giants patiently trying to build their offense up. Time winding down here on the shot clock. Lee pump fakes. Tries to step through. 3 is up, and it's good. And all of a sudden, Manchester lead by 1 point with 4:24 to go here in the first quarter. We're going to take a short break as we will be back momentarily. Welcome back, Basel fans. At the moment, William Lee pump faking and giving the Giants a 1-point lead, but already 4 3-point field goals for the Giants. That's how they like to play, Graham. Yeah, there's no hesitation at all the way they're playing, and William Lee 9 of 26 from behind the arc up until that shot, and that was a really clever pump fake. Got the defense off him and just drained it. Flyers with a chance to regain the lead. Jackson here in the backcourt now, turn it over. This comes up and still he's going to lay this one up, and all of a sudden Giants starting with the defense, and Brian Simone didn't talk about this pregame. Can they convert turnovers into transition points? Yeah, Lewis second on the ball club, 1.3 steals a game, and that was a massive steal and an easy layup. Well, quite an aggressive play there with Leslie Smith, and he did have his elbow out, and I think they're going over to explain to Brian Simone and why potentially could have been an offensive foul. Yeah, you can't be wrapping that elbow around your teeth. Right here, look, elbow there. Yeah, and a little bit of afters as well, potentially. You've got to be very careful. Allison just falling to the ground. This looks like it's going to be called a jump ball. Going in favor of the Flyers because Manchester Giants did win the opening tip-off, so possession arrow will go in favor of the Giants, depending if there's no further jump ball. The Giants will have the first possession of the second quarter. Quite a big game between these two teams as Jackson fires up for 3. That one's a little too short. Bristol trying to hold on to home court advantage while Giants trying to get into the playoff picture. Yeah, that battle for 8th spot has been great between them and Surrey. Every time they play, it is like a playoff eliminator at the moment. Even though there's a couple of teams above them that could get dragged in. Well, nice play from Nick Lewis. Finding Lawton underneath the basket. Much better collective play from the Giants so far. 5-point lead to the home team. Remember, neither the Giants nor the Flyers have defeated each other on the home courts. Great job going up, and that's going to be a goaltending violation. But you have to appreciate the elevation of Austin Lawton.
Yeah, he was too late on the attempted block there. But look at the position. Again, just give me the ball there. My left hand, I've got inside position, and yeah, basket tending.
What's interesting, every time Brad Green has got the ball inside the post, you can definitely see the Giants, they do struggle to defend him. And you got to ask the question, why not go to the big man every single play? Even if he doesn't make the post move, you draw the defense to make them collapse. Well, Lewis now going for a step back from the mid-range, not ready. Confidence is contagious with this man.
Yeah, well, if Jamal Anderson wasn't going to be the pre-game focus, it would have been Nick Lewis.
Ollison step back, deep three-pointer. And that's the kind of play you expect here from Tevin Ollison. And he was the player that you mentioned to look out for in this game, Graham.
Yeah, Ollison, just nothing but net. Really clever footwork as well.
Staffley trying to go down the middle. Turns this one over now. Can the Flyers push this one? It's a penetration by Ollison. Hangs up in the air and again can't even get anything. Giants trying to push down the other end. Harris goes coast to coast. Count it! Gets the ad one. He'll be going to the free throw line. Strong play by Harris.
Yeah, Harris just kept his dribble alive. Left-hand dribble from the left. Causes all sorts of problems for the Bristol Flyers defense, and it's an and one. Any young players, please dribble with that correct hand, depending on which side you're on. That side, that time it was on the left side, so dribble with the left and attack with the left.
Well, Harris will go to the free throw line to try and convert this to a three-point play. Giants again this season, they've never done is won back-to-back games. They did lose to Caledonia after their win against the Scorchers, excuse me. 4-point lead to Manchester. Well, Walsh down the middle, Walsh going in and finishing this one off the backboard. Again, one thing about Evan Walsh, before the Surrey game, credit to this man, what a professional. I tweeted, Surrey will win. He responded, not going to happen. And he was the player that made sure Giants won. So he made me eat my words on Twitter or /X, whatever you want to call it, but such a professional.
Yeah, he had a career high, didn't he? 22 points. He was absolutely fabulous in that game. And he's come straight off the bench. What a weapon to have, to come off the bench, and he's immediately up to the speed of the game. And that was a really nice touch off the glass, Josh.
Why Spencer Bolt? Let's listen out to what Coach Kapoulis has to say. Quite a very adamant message from Andreas Kapoulis. I mean, physicality, intensity seems to be the key talking point in that timeout, Graham.
Yeah, well, they don't let them get to the basket like they just did on the last play by Harris, and then Evan Walsh. That was way too easy for him to get to the bucket, but he just went downhill immediately as soon as he got hold of the ball and finished.
Well, Brad Green coming out of the game at the moment, hitting his first three-point field goal tonight in the British Basketball League. And should he keep the game ball for that one?
For the three-pointer, well, maybe. If they win. If they win, they're 6 down at the minute.
Corey Samuels currently in the game now for the Flyers. Flyers going to that dribble handoff offense. Defense by Boursier. Might have to shoot this one. Tough one's up, no good. 24-second violation. Great defense by the Giants.
Yeah, that's superb. Ollison could not, either chose to not move the ball or couldn't because the defense was so tough there from the Giants. Excellent job. Giants leading by 6 points. See it coming off one screen. Finds Walsh.
Walsh fires the three, and again, it's lights out here tonight in Manchester. They are cooking from the perimeter.
Yeah, and I really like it when Walsh and Boursier get on the floor together. Super smart players. Boursier, the #1 assist man for the Giants, and Evan Walsh is on fire.
Smith, top of the key, finding Samuels. Time winding down here on the shot clock. Leslie Smith finds up a three-pointer. Great job by Roel. Graham Bell competing for the offensive rebound, and the foul is going to be called on the ground. This one's going to be called against Stampley. 59.9 seconds left here. I guess it's, in that timeout we heard, wanting to go to a man-to-man defense, being more intense and being more physical, but offensive rebounds definitely one way. Well, no, they haven't called, so it went the other way. Excuse my apologies. Giants will get it back, but goes to my point. Andreas Kapoulis demanding a lot more from his players at the moment.
Yeah, it's intensity. It's all right him saying, it's one thing for him saying, right, this is what we're going to do technically, but these players have, each and every one of them has to buy into it on every play. So boxing out, pushing for those steals and deflections so important. And they've got to stop and slow down Manchester Giants.
We'll see if fires another one at the moment. You might need your umbrella because it is raining three-pointers. Giants just not missing from downtown.
Yeah, just 5.3 points a game, but Boursier has already come in. Big assist and an even bigger three.
Again, Giants flying with confidence. Almost coming up with a steal, but it comes off of Jamal Anderson. So baseline possession. 6 seconds left on the shot clock here for the Flyers. Samuels top, trying to throw this one down low. Graham Bell goes in, can't finish it. Again, the Bulls just refusing to obey the laws of gravity, and at the moment, Giants leading by 12. Look at the last shot here in the first quarter. Walsh coming up one screen, makes a bit of contact, goes up, count it, gets the ad one, and Evan Walsh trying to put on another great performance here tonight at the Manchester Arena. Again, he's on fire at the moment.
Yeah, he is playing so well. He's got the Midas touch. Everything he touches turns to gold. He's come straight off the bench within 0.8 seconds. He gets his first bucket, then he hits the three, and then going left, finishing right. Okay, kids, I'll take that one because Evan Walsh is able to do whatever he wants when he's getting to the bucket at the moment.
Flyers now have 3.8 to get the ball up the floor. They're going to force this one at D3. There was a bit of contact there, and I think they've called a foul.
Yeah.
So there's going to be 3 free throws for the Bristol Flyers before the end of the first quarter. A bit of a poor foul to give away by Evan Walsh. It's just, again, when a player elevates, when they shoot very high, it's just right here. He's trying to contest. I think he probably just lost his balance at that point.
Yeah, he just couldn't stop himself from going in, but the main thing is he wasn't underneath Trajan Jacob when he ended up on the floor, so there's no injury, but definitely a defensive foul.
Well, positive signs here for the Manchester Giants. A lot of players have been out of injury. For a while they didn't have William Lee, they didn't have Ledger Robertson, but go back to the game at the beginning of the season where they went to the copper box, almost defeated the London Lions. This team is full of talent, but it's about a question of trying to get them collectively to do it together on the floor.
Yeah, we covered that game down at the copper box, so we know they are very dangerous. But yes, they've got everybody firing. And then Boursier comes off the bench, Evan Walsh comes off the bench, and that's just huge for the Giants to keep the momentum going.
2 free throws missed out of the 3 already. Again, not a positive sign here for the Flyers. Trajan Jacob, can he make this one? There's something to go in. In the second quarter, makes the third one. 0.3 of a second now. Boursier trying to throw this one long. Passes up, gets it off in time. Oh! Are you kidding me? Evan Walsh. How did he get that? He got that off quicker than Derek Fisher got the shot off against the San Antonio Spurs in 2004. Well, they're just going to debate this one right now. I think they are going to count this, yes.
I think that's absolutely correct because he just caught that and in one motion he's knocked it down off the glass, and Walsh is loving this and we are loving this. And a British player, another British player. Borsier again connecting. #1 assist player, Evan Walsh. Maybe the #1 British player in the league at the moment.
Well, we're going to take a short break and we'll be back momentarily. Well, again, Evan Walsh trying to put on another great performance tonight, already making 1 3-pointer from downtown. But again, it was a good play, drawing the contact, getting the foul against Leslie Smith. But again, he's just beat Derek Fisher's 0.4-second shot in the NBA against the San Antonio Spurs back in the NBA playoffs in 2004. Evan Walsh every week just seems to keep going higher and higher here for the Giants. And a big shout out to his father, Brian Walsh. Yeah. No doubt be watching this game, a good friend and colleague of ours.
Yeah, he certainly will be very proud of Evan, as we all are, because we want to see our British players play well. And Manchester are just awesome as Lawton knocks it down, but he's already above his average of 8.5 points a game. Evan Walsh, 22 points was his career high against Surrey. Is he going to beat that tonight?
Down low here to Brad Green. Green trying to go to work. And again, I said this in the first quarter. When he gets the ball, Giants have a big problem trying to defend him.
You've got to feed the Green machine and feed him early. He can always kick it back out, as you alluded to.
Well, another deep three in the corner. And again, the Giants, they're on fire. But going back to Walsh's shot, many people now debating how do you get it off in time. Well, just to let you know how the rule stands, the clock doesn't start until somebody has touched the ball. So in that time, he's got 0.3 at that moment. As soon as he touches it, that's why it counted. But again, to all the fans currently watching live on YouTube in the United Kingdom and in the USA, welcome to everybody. At the moment, Giants, they are putting on a masterclass of three-point shooting, Graham.
Yeah, 7 of 11 from behind the arc, 63%, and it's just the way they're doing it. They're all wide open and moving the ball so nicely. I think Borsier being in the game is really helping that.
Jackson trying to find ways to break the defense down. Green going to the mid-range, can't get it. Walsh down the middle, finds Borsier. It's a bit of a poor turn, but good defense.
Yeah, that time Evan Walsh turned down the shot. He should have gone all the way there, really.
We're going to call an offensive foul. I think we're going to call a foul against the Giants, but it will be possession back to Manchester. Great defense by Evan Walsh.
Yeah, it's a great way to respond to his turnover. Inside out from Jackson.
Oh, no, it's against Brad Green.
Brad Green with the screen. the green screen.
Walsh trying to push the tempo, attacking quickly, going in and around, finds Stapley in the corner, another three is up, and oh my goodness, this team just cannot miss from the perimeter. And Andreas Kapoulis infuriated. He needs to cool timeout. That hoop has turned into the ocean.
It's just incredible. Evan Walsh turns it over, draws a foul, goes down the other end, and he absolutely attacks the bucket of Manchester Giants. Watch that. And then he could have gone for his own layup, but kicked it to the corner, and a wide open three in the corner.
We've got to make sure we have someone else to help. We cannot help here. They're doing the same thing, and no one is even exiting out. More pressure, talk. Okay, get a stop, get our confidence back. On offense, more reversal. Okay, the eyes that pick the roll, run pops, give it, all back post.
Well, here's the play by Boursier. Finds Jamal Anderson in the corner. His third three-pointer of the night. Of course, it was the play by Evan Walsh, just slicing the defense and finding Stapley. I mean, Stapley's had his inconsistencies from downtown, but it's like that's not the case here for the Giants.
No, but again, they're just playing off instinct. The pass came to him so perfectly timed in the attack, drew all the defense, so he was wide open, but he didn't just wait and line it up. It was just catch and shoot in one motion, Josh. And Brian Simonian, he put a lot of focus on this game, but I don't even think in his wildest dreams he thought they'd be doing as well as this.
Well, they're currently 8 for 12 from the three-point line tonight. Remember, the record for most three-pointers this season in the game was the Surrey Scorchers. That was against Manchester at the Sports Park. That was 20. Possibly, Giants maybe. We'll be looking to break that record tonight. Looking for that isolation against Lawton, turning around. She's too strong, can't get it. Terrell Bell goes in, finishing. It's a much better play by the Flyers.
Yeah, they're going to have to pick up the scraps. Just go for every offensive rebound. Nice straight line layup for the Flyers.
Lucky foul's going to be called off the ball, so a baseline possession coming for Manchester. I think a sideline actually for Manchester. Well, Basel fans currently watching in the United Kingdom on the live YouTube stream, let us know in the voting poll, is Evan Walsh the most exciting British player currently here in the British Basketball League? Let us know from your votes. I have to say yes, I agree.
Well,
He's most excited.
You've got Walsh and Anderson on this team.
Not another one. Gets the offensive rebound, the putback. Giants making the most of second chances at the moment. For Thomas Edwards, just dribbling into trouble. Now going for the mismatch, bumping in the lane, goes up. That's a tough play.
That is a big-time play from Ralph Thomas Edwards. A lot of resilience showed. He never gave up on the play, and a nice little fadeaway.
See a final Walsh. Hesitates from the perimeter. Penetrates, goes all the way. Can't get the ad one, but he'll go back to the charity stripe. And you know, confidence is contagious, and that young man, Graham, I'm going to tell you right now, if I'm Mark Studel, I'm looking at this, the Fire, get him in the training squad. You know, give him a chance to compete for a position at the Eurobasket to qualify as a Great Brit. I mean, the way he's playing, you got to give him a chance.
Yeah, and you've got to pick the best players that are playing well going into the training camp prior to the qualification window towards the end of February, and there's not many better players than himself, Jamal Anderson. You've got some really good British players around the league. We know the great Brits that are playing at London Lions as well. Shenny, Luke Nelson, Tariq Phillip maybe will make himself available as well. But Evan Walsh is an impact player off the bench. Okay, he's missed that free throw. There's none better than that young man, number 77.
21-point lead to the Giants. So going down the middle, finds Brad Green. The traveling violation is going to be called. Green felt he got touched, but I think that's definitely the right decision. There's a worrying sign for the Flyers. Allison currently, let's have a look at the replay. There's the penetration. Yeah, oh, that looks painful. That could be a problem for Bristol.
Yeah. And foot on foot, it's just, they just don't need it. They've already got Lucas out.
Right there, that looks painful. That's a roll.
Yeah. Allison's such a key player for Bristol Flyers, both ends of the floor.
Bossier finding Walsh. Walsh now looking to attack, gets his pocket pick now. Flyers have numbers. Goes up, he's got to finish this one with a one-handed jam. And could that aspire as Jacob goes in?
Yeah, well, Chazon Jacob has really got to step up now. Second leading scorer on this ball club for the Bristol Flyers. And elevates with his left hand for the crushing dunk.
Bossier down the middle. It's a tough fadeaway. Can't get this. Flyers looking to build some momentum. Anderson trying to take a gamble. Jackson can't take advantage of it, though. Now we're under 6 here on the shot clock. Jackson's got to get something going. Oh, he turns it right over. As Anderson comes up with a loose ball. Patiently trying to build up the offense here for the Giants. Walsh baseline, fakes the pass. Kicks out Bossier. Can he go for 3, number 9? You bet he can. 9 3-pointers here for the Manchester Giants.
Yeah, that was a big-time, hard jump stop by Evan Walsh. Nice pass for the 3.
Nice penetration by Jackson. Flyers come up, rejected. Austin 3-16 set, not in my house. Wow.
This is fantastic play from Manchester Giants, Josh.
Rafa Thomas Edwards and Rafa Thomas Edwards trying to get back on defense. The question is now, look at this. Austin 3-16, not in my house.
That is one heck of an elevation.
The question is, does that get upgraded?
Well, he's running back at speed, so he's got to hope that the referees have looked at him and saying it's just a little bit clumsy. He's done it because he's running at such speed.
Well, it's a tough call for sure, but they're going to keep this as a regular foul. Going down to Anderson. Anderson look for the post up, nowhere to go. Turns it over. Still a 22-point lead to the Giants. As we mentioned, they've had a topsy-turvy season so far. They have rediscovered a bit of form. And they turn it over. Can Giants punish them here? Walsh tries to go in. Euro step. Draws a foul. At the moment, he's not finished around the basket. He's going to the free throw. Now, I think the official is going to have a word here with Andreas Kapoulis. Kapoulis, I think he's disappointed because Jamel Anderson went to dive on the floor, and Kapoulis, I think the argument he's making is that he was out of bounds. I think he's just been given a warning by the referee.
Yeah, Coach K is simmering. He's been simmering for a while because they just can't get to grips with Walsh, Bossier, the way that Manchester have been sharing the basketball, but just a couple of plays there. Jamal Anderson couldn't get his shot off there because he was surrounded by defense. Just for Manchester, keep taking those open shots. If you've got 2 or 3 defenders around you, just find the open player. Don't force it. We don't need any hero ball, and then they'll be able to keep Bristol Flyers at arm's length.
But Walsh has already hit 3 free throws tonight, made that 4. 4 for 5 from the charity stripe for Evan Walsh. Great performance like we saw against Surrey. Lions go for a deep one. This one's no good. Giants come up with a rebound. Under 4:45 to go here in the first half. Anderson looking for options now, looking to isolate. Penetrates, puts up a wall. Hits the top of the backboard on that one. Flyers now looking to push. Samuels goes up, uncontested, missing a wide open layup.
Yeah, that might have been the Lawton effect from the last block, because that was not a great finish by Corey Samuels.
See if finding Stapley, got it by Samuels. Stapley goes in around the defense, goes up, can't get it. Giants failing to get the offensive rebound.
Yeah, just a little bit messy there from the Giants, off-balance attempt there.
This Brad Green just can't get the follow-up, no good. I think they called the foul on here. To me, it looked like Rafa Thomas Edwards followed in a little bit out of control. Yeah, they called a blocking foul, so 2 free throws will be coming up for the Bristol Flyers with 3:55 to go here in the second quarter. Basel fans, we're going to take a short break and we'll be back momentarily. Welcome back, Basel fans. At the moment, Brian Simonian, it's almost like he pinpointed this match and picked it to get the best out of his players, as we heard from him in the pregame.
Yeah, if you take the last 5 games, the two teams they've beaten, Surrey and Plymouth, if they can get a win here against Bristol Flyers, who, as Coach Kay was saying earlier, was struggled in November, really good December so far. If they can take care of Bristol Flyers tonight, I think that's a really, really big win and sends out a message that Manchester are going to have the basketball centre here in Manchester a real fortress.
Now, you saw Brian Simonian talking with the referee. I think the question he's asking, Manchester haven't put Bristol in the penalty. I've got to agree with him. I don't think they would shoot the ball on that one. This is my personal opinion.
It was 2 players going for a rebound, one for an offensive rebound, one for defensive. So, agreed.
Lead fires a 3, can't get it. Giants still leading by 22. Samuels comes up with it. There's a penetration, much better move, and a good finish. That's what the Flyers need. Jacob going straight to the rack.
Yeah, from the wing, nice pass from Samuels, and he finishes with his right hand, underhand, attacking the basket. Such a great athlete, Trajan Taker.
Ledger Robertson trying to go for a backdoor pass with Jamel Anderson. Right idea, but just misread on that one. Flyers will get it back. They trail by 20 points with 3:19 to go. Look at this drive here. I mean, talking about the Lawton effect, but at the moment, Jacob, not afraid of that, of course.
No, he just weaved his way. You could see Lee was coming over to try and block the shot, but he just got it right-handed, underhand, just to avoid that. Good job by Jacob. Bristol Flyers need plenty more of that.
Jacob twisting and turning, going in and out. Get it rejected. Well, Legend Robertson said, take that one back to the southwest. Oh, look at this. Robertson just sent that one down the motorway. Goodbye.
Yeah, Evan Walsh just doing enough to get the defensive sequence started. Then Robertson comes over. And many more blocks like that. He will be a legend here in Manchester.
Thomas Edwards now tries another one. Are you kidding me? I am legend, he just said. You are not welcome. Oh, look at this. He makes an application. Rejected. Get out of here.
Yeah, this time from the other side, he just waits and waits. That's not a strong enough move by Ralph Thomas Edwards. That is going to get rejected, and it got what it deserved.
Final moments of the shot clock, can't get him. You just knew that one was coming.
Yeah.
Legend was right down there. Penetration, but it was almost inevitable. Now he wants to back down here on offense. Turns it over in the end, and maybe just getting a little too ahead of himself. But yeah, you want to see that from Legend. Have that. He does have that game in him. You want to see that aggressive post-up, but good defense coming from Brad Green.
Yeah, 2 great blocks, then he's trying to go baseline.
Another aggressive drive by Jacob at the moment. That is the driving force here for the Flyers. Can they get something? Can they trim down this as close to 10 points? Going into the halftime break. Lewis now penetrating, finds Walsh in the corner, pump fakes. Walsh thinks about it, takes another three, it's up. Giants got a little bit cold, but a foul is going to be called against Rafa Thomas-Edwards.
There's Jamal Anderson again, just doing whatever it takes for his team to get an advantage. Nice footwork by Evan Walsh, doesn't get it to go, but Jamal Anderson just being a nuisance on the offensive glass and gets himself to the foul line.
Well, the problem now for the Flyers that they have put Manchester in the penalties, so even though it is a 6-0 run here for the Flyers, Manchester will be going to the charity stripe anytime they're fouled now. I think he just needs to get his team in the final 2 minutes to be as compact as possible. But get into the halftime change room, try and regroup, try to come out differently in the second half. And it's still a 19-point ball game. Giants have led by as many as 24. Samuel's being defended heavily, turns it right over. Walsh comes up with it. It's fouled again, and Evan Walsh will be going back to the free throw line, and it's becoming a calamity here for Bristol in the backcourt.
Yeah, and Evan Walsh, I think, is just politely asking, is that an intentional foul? Because he just goes at speed straight at Corey Samuels and Jacob, and there's a lot of contact there, Josh. But he's got what he wanted. He's at the free throw line.
I think the other argument you could have there for Corey Samuels, maybe a jump ball could have been called, but I think you're right there. Definitely enough contact was justified to send Evan Walsh to the free throw line. But the problem for Bristol, you know, your backcourt players, your point guards, they have to take the responsibility by being floor generals. They have to control the tempo, and if you turn the ball over midcourt, it doesn't inspire a lot of confidence in your posts, your forwards, your wing players. So, you know, it's a big job for the backcourt players now.
Yeah, that's why I think Manchester have a real advantage with ball CA. I've liked him from the first time I've seen him because he's a pure point guard and he's going to take care of the ball. And Bristol Flyers are going to try and emanate that.
Jacob off one screen, on Glenn he fires up a deep three, can't get it. 1:40 to go here in the first half. Anderson down the middle, finds Ledger. Robertson goes in with a two-handed rim rocker. And no force on heaven and earth could have stopped Robertson there.
Yeah, they're just getting wherever they want to, Manchester Giants. Bristol have got to take care of the defense inside the paint.
That was the pass, of course. I mean, look, here you can see Lewis looking to dime here, but just get out the way. Two-handed jab. Nothing is stopping the legend.
Luckily, the stanchion is still in one piece, but great job by Robertson. They've got Will Lee as well. They've got a real nice mix of power, finesse, athleticism. But Robertson is really taking it to the Flyers. The two blocks, and now that crushing dunk.
As the backdoor players, nice wraparound jump by Jacob. At the moment, he seems to be the only offensive threat here for the Flyers.
A nice find by Brad Green. Beautiful bounce pass through the crowd. Trajan Jacob, nice finish with the right hand.
On the penetration by Lewis, just getting it to rattle in. You said it, Graham. Giants getting anywhere they want here on the floor.
Yeah, at whatever pace they want as well, which is a worry for Coach Kapoulis.
Nice play by Brad Green. Bristol's offense, you know, there's some good aspects to it, but it needs to be consistent. But more importantly, they got to do it down the defensive ends.
Yeah, nice spacing there. Brad Green just invited to move towards the bucket, collects the pass and finishes left-handed.
19 seconds difference. Alley-oop. Oh, baby! Again, William Lee with the elevation. And Evan Walsh. Giants just putting on a showcase right now.
Yeah, Evan Walsh, 2.5 assists a game, and that was right on a dime. William Lee, the big-time athlete for the Giants with the crush.
3 seconds difference. Game clock and shot clock. Jacob goes to the mid-range, takes this one, can't get it. Now Walsh has got a bit of time, tries to push this one. Walsh goes in, Euro step. Hit the at one, but he will be going to the free throw line. And Can somebody tell me right now, reported missing persons case, where are the Manchester Giants? Elevation! King William Lee with no regard for Leslie Smith's feelings on that one.
Yeah, and then Evan Walsh, after that pass, decides to take it all the way to the bucket. So he'll be hoping he hits both free throws, because Nick Lewis was free ahead of him. He could have maybe just made the bounce pass ahead, but he's so focused and confident that he can score himself, whether it's from the free throw line or from the field.
Started his career in the British Basketball League during the global pandemic lockdown. After the 2021 season with the Surrey Scorchers, spent a bit of time with the Leicester Riders, but it was his time this season to be in a team where he can be, you know, one of the go-to players, and, you know, rightly so, I might say, probably could be starting for this team. He's that good.
Yeah, he's just been on the floor for 12 minutes of play.
Jacob forces up the long one and doesn't get it, but Basel fans, at the moment, it's all Manchester Giants. They are cruising in this game at the moment. Well, Basel fans, we're going to take a short break as we will be back momentarily. Welcome back, Basel fans, here to the National Basketball Centre, where at the moment it is the Manchester Giants who lead this one 62-37 against the Bristol Flyers. Graham, it's been unbelievable stuff so far, but, you know, we're going to have to break down the stats from this game because the Giants, they are just cooking from the perimeter.
Yeah, it's just fantastic play. 13 assists and 9 of 16 from behind the arc. 31.9% coming in to the game from that range.
I mean, the turnover is not too much to be worried about. I mean, that's a standard average you would see from two good teams in the British Basketball League. But as you mentioned, it's just been on both ends of the floor for the Giants. 9 three-pointers, you know, 13 field goals with inside the rainbow. They have just been cooking.
They've dominated, they've played at pace. Evan Walsh has come in and given them a massive spark. Boussier did a nice job as well. Jamel Anderson, Nick Lewis, all the main players are delivering in a massive game.
Well, here is the story of the first half, and as we've mentioned, it's been a three-point cookout here for the Giants. Brad Green actually getting his first three-pointer of the season.
Yeah, that was really nice from the top of the key. Strong baseline dunk as well. for Ralph Thomas Edwards, and then that was William Lee. That was really nice, getting the defense off him. And then Lewis, one of the top steals man players for Manchester Giants with that poke away steal.
Well, here was the play, finding Austin Lawton. Again, great job by Nick Lewis, becoming not only a good scorer, as we can see from this play, but also a very good facilitator. Here was a play by Tevin Olsen. Now, he did go down.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to see him back in the game because he did roll his ankle.
Yeah, he did, and that's a really nice play there from Jalen Harris, going all the way downhill, finishing left-handed. Then came the Evan Walsh show. He comes into the game, knocks down the 2 off the glass, then the 3 from Borsier, who's always got his head up, and then watch this. As you compared it to Derek Fisher, I remember that shot, which was incredible. Great heads-up play from Walsh, who then sets up his teammate Jamal Anderson, and then Stampley as well. Everybody's getting in the act. And there's a crushing dunk from Jacob. They're going to need a massive second half from Jacob, and Borsier knocks down a 3 for himself as well.
Well, again, the Flyers at the moment just trying to find ways to stay in this one. At the moment, Ledger Roberto with 2 back-to-back big blocks, becoming a solid insurance policy on the defensive end, and also down the other end, throwing it down with no regard. But, it's been a great first half so far here between the Manchester Giants and the Bristol Flyers. Well, Basel fans, it is halftime. We are going to take a short break, but we're not going to leave you alone, of course. We're going to show you some of the best bits here from Week 13 as we show you the best top 10 plays. But before that, we're going to go back to last week between the encounter of the Surrey Scorchers and the Manchester Giants, and Rowe and Dan Rutledge with this one.
And thrown out in front. Here's Paddy at Wang with the flush.
Sorry, Scorchers get an easy dunk breakaway there.
William Lee early in the shot clock, but he knocks down the 3. Fakes the 3. Robinson. Well, they got away with the first one. He's not going to miss the second. Shot clock getting low here. Harris has to work. He fires up a 3, and that goes in all string. Oh, nice pass, and it's jammed in by William Lee. Super assist from Evan Walsh. Here's Walsh, penetrates, fouls, throws it up. Oh, it will count. I think it's an unsportsmanlike foul as well. Well, it's lobbed into Walsh, who kisses it in off the glass. Another alley-oop. This time it's Lawton with the throwdown. Time running down. Steele has to shoot, gets it away, and strings the 3 on the buzzer. There's Mohammed in the corner, and he rattles in a 3. Wang along the baseline, he elevates and he flushes with authority. Rebutted inside, and he rocks the rim. Chased out by Jameson, who's got to get back, and he doesn't get back, and once again, Wang is out in front. They won't catch him, and he'll hammer it home. Here's Lawrence, drives, kicks, Ogundengbe for 3, knocks it down. Couldn't, on to Wang for 3, needed that. Paddy at Wang. Another offensive rebound for the Scorchers. Basket is good, and the blocking foul is called. Oh, give it to Wang and clear out, I think, is the play at the moment, and why not? Shot clock getting low. Steps back, he can get the 3 away, but it's way short. Lee with the rebound, Walsh in the open court, Wang chasing him back. Walsh finishes, and Manchester ahead. Robinson keeps it alive, the ball is loose, and Manchester Giants have won the game. What a tremendous victory for the Manchester Giants.
Well, look what it means to the players and the fans up in Manchester. This is only the 3rd time they've won in this building this year.
Well, tries another down dunk, goes in, reverse slap. Are you kidding me? Patriots all of a sudden making a statement early on here to the Lions. Jacob Wiley going backdoor. Decker twisting, turning, goes up.
Yeah, that was vintage Decker, just attacked.
Superb, 50%
from the three-point line this year, Connor Washington.
Lobbed up to Sharma, who jams it in.
Wow, and that's the luxury you have when you have a Josh Sharma. Just throw the ball up there, and he'll do the rest.
There's the alley-oop. Oh my goodness! London Bridge is falling down as Wiley Airlines with a connection.
Easy layup he had the play before.
Yeah. Here's Walker out to Lowell. Block! What a huge block that was. Sam Decker chasing to the corner to throw that out.
And we finally started to see them in the third. It was too late.
Oh, it's a jam by Bennett Cook on the follow, and that will do it. Offensive rebound, but it's taken back by Sheffield, and watch out because here comes Jalen Pipkins with a reverse jam.
Oh, that was nice, Joel.
Wang along the baseline, he elevates and he flushes with authority.
And there he is, the South Sudan international.
Crossover by LVC, steps through, takes a circus shot again. That's got to be top 10 play of the week.
Wow.
LVC has left the building.
Here's Walsh, penetrates, fouls, throws it up. Oh, it will count. I think it's an unsportsmanlike foul as well.
Welcome back, Basel fans. We're live here in the National Basel Centre in Manchester, where currently the Giants lead this one 62-37 against the Bristol Flyers. Well, I'm your commentator, Josh Bett. He's Graham Hiscock. Graham, it's been a phenomenal showcase from the Giants so far.
Yeah, they've played great right from the offset, and they just kept pushing and pushing, and then Evan Walsh came into the game and exploded with 17 points. And not just that, assists, steals, doing great job on the defensive end. It's all being Giants in a game they must win.
Well, we kickstart this weekend with this match tonight between the Manchester Giants and the Bristol Flyers. Tomorrow we have a big doubleheader. London Lions will be hosting second place Cheshire Phoenix, while Leicester Riders on Sky Sports will be taking on Caledonia Gladiators. That's the game to look out for tomorrow. On Sunday, we have a triple header. Scorchers hosting Caledonia Gladiators. Lions will be taking on the Giants, while the Phoenix will zip off the weekend with a game against Newcastle Eagles. And, you know, Graham, you mentioned it. One player in this game tonight between the Giants and the Flyers has been this man, Evan Walsh. He's been terrific.
Yeah, he got his career high against Surrey Scorchers last weekend, 22 points. He's heading that way again. It's the way he scores. He's frightening. He attacks. He shares the ball at speed to give a three-pointer for his teammate. And there, that's a really clever play because he's looking high and it's almost a no-look alley-oop. And this is outrageous. Outrageous confidence, and he loves it. And that smile is lighting up the Manchester Basketball Centre.
Of course, a phenomenal game from that young man, Evan Walsh. We mentioned starting with the Surrey Scorchers back in 2020, spending a bit of time with the Riders. Again, coming off the bench here in the second half. Flyers down by 25. They're going to make a comeback. Need to show some signs here in the third quarter. Find Jackson. He'll fire up the three from the corner. That one's a little bit too short. Well, the Giants have Ledger, Robertson, Harris, Lee, Anderson, and Nick Lewis here in the backcourt. Giants need to be worried that they don't come out complacent as Lewis fires a three-pointer. I think he hurt me on that one, hitting Trable number 10.
Yeah, Nick Lewis, wonderful player for this team, and he just waited for his moment, stopped and popped, knocked it down.
The foul is going to be called, so 2 free throws coming up here for the Bristol. No, it's going to be one referee's called shots, the other one's called baseline. So have a look at the replay here. Jackson with the penetration. Well, interesting. Well, here was a three by Nick Lewis, and on the player, when he's in the mood and he's got the confidence, he's not short of taking the three-pointer.
Yeah, that was his first three-point attempt of the night, and nothing but net. Playing with such confidence, the Giants.
Green looking for an isolation, guarded by Ledger, Robertson. Robertson, another block shot. You got to do a bit better than that as Jacob finds a three in the corner. This one's up. No good. Giants coming up with another rebound.
Yeah, good rebounding again. Great defense, and then they're just rebounding as a team. And Robertson, Ledger Robertson, just awesome.
Robertson just fumbling the pass, but coming back up with it. Now trying to take on Brad Green. Well, Green responding. That's going to be a turnover. So great defense by the big man.
Yeah, that's why I think Brad Green has got an advantage on defense when he's playing Legend in the post, and Legend just hasn't got the elevation off 2 feet when he's trying to make those post moves. He wants to do it in motion, taking off, blocking shots and throwing it down with 2 hands, as we saw in the first half.
Bristol trying to go with a big lineup as Jacob fires another one. This one's at the top, and again, just can't get it. Thomas Edwards preventing it from going out of bounds. Jacob goes up, hangs in the air, but still nothing dropping here for the Flyers. Presence of Ledger Robertson making it very tough as Harris fires another three. You can't blame him for taking that one when you're up by 28.
No, that was a heat check.
Jackson goes, it's just back and forth. It goes out of bounds. It will remain possession to Bristol here on the baseline.
Yeah, they've got to keep an eye on Trajan Jacob. He's been one of the bright sparks for this ball club tonight, Bristol Flyers.
Jacob penetrated baseline. Trying to kick out, but William Lee with the good hands.
Just super team defense, swarming around the ball. Lee with the steal.
Lewis with a crossover step back, can't get it. Smooth play in the build-up, but just couldn't finish it.
Yeah, Giants just got to keep it simple, keep it fundamentals, and they get all the looks they want.
Jacob, third time lucky, this time no problem. 6 a three-pointer. The question is, can he build some confidence off that one?
Yeah, 13 points a game for Jacob. He's going to have to go huge tonight if Bristol are going to get back in this.
Williams finds Harris. Can he respond with another one? Three-pointer, number 11. I think the Flyers could have a problem because Jackson has gone to the ground. Looks like he's going to be okay. And they have already lost Tevin Ollison, who did roll his ankle. And whenever you have an ankle roll, you never know how long a player is going to be out or how much time they need to recover. So last thing he needs is another injury, especially in the backcourt. There is the sprain. That's not a promising sign for Tevin Ollison.
Yeah, it's really tough for the Flyers because as Coach Kapoulas said in pre-game interview, they had a tough November, but they really were getting things going this month, winning Europe and winning their last couple of games. But tonight it's been tough from the outset.
Jackson looking to isolate, goes in around the defense, can't finish it. Followed by Rafa Thomas-Edwards. It's just something the Flyers just need to be relentless at, going in for offensive rebounds.
And that's something we know Thomas-Edwards and Graham Bell can really do, and they're elite at.
He tries a three-pointer. Robertson unable to get the offensive board. Flyers looking to regroup now. Jackson fires another three-pointer. This one's good. Now it's a 23-point deficit.
Yeah, they've just got to chip away play by play. It's not going to come back 10 points at a time or whatever. But they've just got to just keep pushing, keep playing, keep rebounding. Every offensive rebound is gold. That gets them an extra 14 seconds and gets some stops. So they're not going to get it back in a hurry. It's going to take them right to the end of this game if they're going to do it.
Giants again trying to build that momentum. They've been great in this game so far. 11 three-pointers. Anderson going in around the defense. Question on one count. The foul was on the ground. So it will be a sideline possession, I think, to Manchester.
Yeah, smart play. Nice screen by Austin Lawton, and then the defense just couldn't cope with Jamal Anderson turning the corner and attacking the basket. But that's good, smart play from the Giants.
Well, Jamal trying to go for the back door. Now Bristol can push this one. Finding Jacob. Goes in and finishes this one. Now it's a 21-point deficit. They've been down by as many as 28.
The Giants have got to be careful. Just keep playing smart offense. Don't rush anything.
Just pulls up in the mid-range. Again, smooth as you like. Well, he knows how to take tough shots under pressure.
Yeah. And Austin Lawton again just setting a nice screen, creating space for his teammate. And nice job by Giants.
23-point lead to the Manchester Giants. Bristol calling timeout. Andreas Kapoulas just wants to review with his players.
That's the one thing I want to do. There's nothing else we want to do. We do not give ourselves a chance. On offense, we're creating better looks. On offense right now. Okay? Hey, on screen for TJ, they will top block him now. Okay, so TJ, come out the top block, back door. Actually run on this side. So you sprint to screen, top block, and TJ go back door. CJ, see if you can hit him on the back door cut. If no, TJ, pop out. Royal, come and set the screen. Brad, first screen for Royal. Royal, if you have the free ball, shoot it. If no, Tumal get the small it back on top for the step. Let's go.
Great job by the camera crew and the sound crew there, Josh, to give us an insight of, what's a really detailed timeout.
Well, Leicester Riders tomorrow night, the big game will be between them and the Caledonian Gladiators. That's the game of the week, which will be on Sky Sports. Looking forward to seeing those two teams go right at each other. I mean, Leicester, it's been, unusual for them this season, not competing at the top of the table, Graham.
Yeah, they've had some players leave. They're trying to bed in some new talent that's come in. I see them, I'm sure, getting back on track soon.
Now we're under 10 here on the shot clock. Go for another one. This one's up, and again, no good. This comes up with a rebound. Left with a lot of time. He doesn't take many three-pointers. Goes down to Anderson, spinning, going baseline, up and get a tough move by Jamal Anderson.
That is just an elite move from Jamal Anderson. Looks right, spins baseline.
Well, Basel fans, we're going to take a short break and we'll be back momentarily. Welcome back, Basel fans. Third quarter action here between the Bristol Flyers and the Manchester Giants. Currently a 25-point lead to the hosts. And at the moment, Bristol choking under intense pressure, Graham.
Yeah, really nice job from Manchester Giants. Get the pressure up the floor. Keep the ball well away from your own bucket, and they've just coughed it straight up.
The city of Manchester, obviously renowned for having a great football team in Manchester City, but at the moment, literally next door to the Etihad, we have the Manchester Giants putting on a hell of a showcase here.
Yeah, and they've just been superb, and there's been very little let-up, and it's been a selection of players, and Evan Walsh has really caught the eye, but Jamal Anderson yet again. Nick Lewis has done some good stuff in this second half as well, knocking down a three and just making some other smart plays.
Anderson being heavily guarded. So cross court finding Nick Lewis. Time winding down here on the shot clock. Lewis has to take a Hail Mary step back, can't get it. Another offensive board for the Giants. Well, Harris now going for a little isolation. Just can't get the lucky rock. Well, Flyers trying to get something going, but it hasn't been their night so far. It's going to be another turnover. Good defense by Jamal Anderson.
Yeah, they got away with one there, Manchester Giants, with Brad Green getting the offensive rebound, but he just couldn't find the cutting teammate. And turnover, ball back to the Giants.
The Giants have yet to win back-to-back games this season. They won't do it if they win tonight. Is going to be called, so this one's against Brad Green, I think. So 2 free throws coming up for Nick Lewis.
I think they've been building up to this, though, this sort of performance. Great win against the Scorchers last weekend, and they go play against the Gladiators, only just losing that one. Josh with some big performances, and now tonight they've played on the front foot with attitude and energy. The block shots from legend have been really a highlight reel on the defensive end, and Brian Simonian must just be so happy the way the team have attacked this project as a group, as a whole group, all supporting each other.
Well, again, Graham, we know this game is being streamed currently in the United States as well as here in the United Kingdom, but a big shout out to our friend and fan in the in the Philippines. So kamusta and welcome to France. Basel fans watching this game overseas shows you how far the British Basel has come. And also to our fan of the Bristol Flyers, Russ Saunders. keeping hope, of course, and there's a mid-range taken away beautifully by Burwell. Graham Bell.
Yeah, that was big-time move. He's attacked the free-throw line area and faded away. And they're going to need more of that, and they need a stop.
Lewis now pulls up for another one. Just a little too flat, can't get it.
Another screen from Lawton, setting his teammate up for a wide-open shot.
There's a post-up by Roel. Graham Bell back-to-back. Again, smooth play. Likes to go for that fadeaway, doesn't he? He might be the best in the league at it. Gives you those Michael Jordan feelings.
Well, that's high praise indeed, but the main thing is he's got two scores consecutively and a nice bit of defense there and a deflection, and coaches love deflections. But you can see he's saying to his teammates, come on guys, we are getting it handed to us, and you've got to make plays like that. He's got to start from the defensive end and right in front of Coach Kapoulas.
Well, tonight the Flyers do, at the moment, only have 5 steals. The Giants do have 6 as Boursier goes to the mid-range. Still a 23-point ball game. The big difference has been the perimeter shooting. 11 3-pointers in this game for the Giants. Graham Bell finding Brad Green. Foul's going to be called against Evan Walsh. Yeah, going back to what we just said there. 11 3-pointers, it's 33 points. It's currently now a 23-point ball game. If the Giants don't have as much a successful night from the perimeter, this game's very close because Bristol, they haven't played terribly. It's just they've just struggled on defense to prevent Giants from having such a hot night from the perimeter.
Yeah, and it was like an avalanche with the 3-pointers. They just kept coming and coming, and different players were knocking them down as well. And they got seven different players tonight have made a 3-pointer for Manchester Giants, and that is really tough to guard. And you've got the likes of Boursier and Walsh sharing it as well. But there's still plenty of time for Bristol to come back.
Well, as you mentioned, time is a little bit on their favor. 21-point ball game. If they can get it to 15 points, that'll be huge for them.
Yeah, good defense, forcing Boursier into a tough 3.
Jackson. Green's made 1 3, goes for another one. That's probably not the shot they want to go for. I mean, he did hit his first 3 tonight in the league. It's not their go-to option.
Yeah, that 3 earlier came from the direction of the basket, which is where shooters love it to come from. That one came from the side, and it was slightly contested. There was defense around him. I'm sure he maybe would have liked to have passed that on, maybe go and set a screen or get into his post play.
Just over 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Giants currently 26 for 49 from the field. Flyers 35%. There's a closeout foul that's going to be called against Rafa Thomas Edwards. The problem for that, it's the 15th foul, so 2 free throws coming up here for the Giants.
I'm surprised Jamal just didn't throw that up because he was fouled. He could have been stepping through to take a shot, but chose to pass it towards Evan Walsh.
Well, remember, Jamal Anderson, not last season, but the year before when Lloyd Gardner was coaching the Manchester Giants, was a crucial member of that team along with Danny Clark, and they made the playoffs for the first time, I think, for the first time since 2013. So, of course, he's returning to Manchester, suiting his family, of course, him and Georgia Jones. So it was a big, big plus for the Giants to retain him this season for Brian Simonian.
Yeah, and he's just been superb all season long. Every game he produces in all areas of the court, and at 35, 36 minutes a game, it's just outstanding resilience as well.
Flyers trailing by 23. Graham Bell finding Rafa Thomas Edwards. Gets caught a double team and a traveling violation. You see, like what the Giants did, they're double teaming on the bigs inside. I mean, it's a very good collective defense from Manchester.
Yeah, 2 players right in front, and he's trying to step through. And, the defense did enough.
Under 90 seconds to go here in the third. See if finding Austin Lawton, pick and pop in for the mid-range. No problem. Boston double three.
Yeah, that's just so nice. Walsh to Borsier, and then on the move gives it to Lawton, who's in rhythm with the little jump stop before he lets the elbow jump shot fly.
Back to 25-point ball game. Roel Graham-Bell unable to connect. I think Ledger Robertson has gone to the ground and going to continue play here at the moment. Walsh penetrated now, bit of contact. Unable to connect now. It was actually Austin Lawton. I think they're going to call an offensive foul this time.
That is unbelievable.
Going back to the ground. He's taking the bumps and the hits, but it's paying off here for Austin Lawton.
Well, I think he just got up from what he was feeling from the last play, and he just gets up and he's in the right position. That is quite an amazing defensive play, and I think Ralph Thomas-Edwards is really surprised that he was there and able to make that play, but it's just the way it's gone for Manchester Giants. That was really brave because Bristol's number 10, Thomas-Edwards, was coming at pace.
A potential 2-for-1 for Manchester if they can get a bucket here, but they'll need to get a stop down the other end. We'll see it here in the backcourt. We'll see it down the middle, turning it right over. Samuels comes up with it. 7 seconds difference between game and shot clock here for the Flyers. Giants do have fouls to give. Jackson calling for a clear out, wanted to isolate. Jackson now trying to find a bit of room here, goes in for a tough one, can't get it. Stapley comes up, and now Giants have a bit of time. Stapley pulls up, 3 is up, no foul calls. And at the end of the third quarter, it is indeed the Giants who still hold on to a big lead, and Andreas Kapoulis probably a little bit disappointed, but Basel fans, we'll take a short break and we'll be back momentarily. Welcome back, Basel fans. At the moment, Manchester Giants currently with a big lead here against the Bristol Flyers as we head into the fourth quarter. Brian Simone and his players, like after 10 minutes, will be heading for another crucial victory here in the British Basketball League, Graham.
Yeah, and this is a statement victory against Bristol Flyers, who've been on the up and up in December.
Top play by Jamel Anderson going in, of which you call it the hook shot maybe, or the jump hook.
Yeah, that's off one leg, but it was just a nice set play coming out of the end of quarter break.
27-point ball game. Post-up play here coming from Roel Graham. A nice little shot off the backboard.
Yeah, that was great fade, fading to his left. 3-2 zone there, 3 at the top, 2 at the back for Manchester Giants, just to mix things up a bit.
Walsh now currently back on the court here for the Giants. We're under 10 here on the shot clock. Burson trying to make the post move, just unable to get the right drop on it. Flyers at the moment for them, Graham. It's about pride and trying to put on a good performance. Not impossible. 25 points, a big comeback to come back on. Great job made by Roel Graham Bell getting the second chance. Getting a third one now. Bit of contact, no foul call, but refusing to give up on that.
Yeah, rebounds, correct all mistakes. He missed a couple, and then he just kept going after it, and in the end, he got the 2.
Simply hesitates, thinks about it, takes a 3, can't get it. Goes out of bounds, but it's gonna, no. Well, the baseline referee signal for Manchester. Sideline now is gone for Bristol.
Yeah, good job by Bristol Flyers. Roel Graham Bell with a really nice putback after the 3 offensive rebounds, and they get a stop as well.
The Flyers currently with Corey Samuels in the back along with John Jacob. So Roel Graham Bell playing power forward. Go for another 3, this one's up, and it's good. Now all of a sudden it's a 20-point deficit. Flyers just trying to put on a bit of fight here at the moment. Trying to be aggressive here on defense against Jamal Anderson. Again, Jacob causing all sorts of problems. 8 seconds left here on the shot clock.
Yeah, great job by John Jacob. It is pride. They've got to keep pushing. The games come thick and fast coming up to the festive period, so Bristol Flyers have got to get some positives out of this final quarter. They're only 20 down. There's plenty of time to go.
We'll see it down the middle. Kicks out, finds Stampley. 3 is up, can't get it, but he gets his own rebound at the dying moments of the shot clock.
Wow.
Does he get the assist for that one and the rebound?
Wow.
Triple play?
Well, the person who knows they've missed is the shooter. They're the ones who know first. He attacked that rebound off the bounce and got it to go before the shot clock buzzer sounded.
Graham Bell now trying to post up here against Stampley. Just that another trademark fadeaway. He gets the offensive board. He'll be going to the free throw line. The foul is going to be against Ledger Robertson.
Yeah, Manchester Giants mustn't give Bristol Flyers any confidence or any thought that they can get back in this game, because Brad Green, again, great early position. He's got inside position against the Manchester Giants D now.
Does he get the rebound, assist, and 2 points in one play?
That's just
I don't think he does, but he should do.
That's a lot going your way for you to get that rebound off the bounce and to knock it down. That's fantastic anticipation and skill.
Brad Green missing the first free throw. Getting a bit of an awkward follow through he has, you can see, but that's not really part of his game to be a shooter. It's more of a quite an aggressive post-up player, but missing them both at the moment.
Yeah, 56, just 56.5% from the free throw line, Brad Green. He likes to be a little bit closer, getting the ball inside or off the glass for offensive rebound putbacks.
Jacob trying to be aggressive against Jamal Anderson. He's trying to use a ball screen. As the penetrate goes up. They called a foul. I'm not sure if they called this one against Roel Graham Bell. They called it against Brad Green.
Yeah, that's tough from Walsh, because the defense had collapsed. I thought he was going to kick it out to Boursier, who was lifting on the far side. You've got Green there. You've got Roel Graham Bell coming over, and fortunate for Manchester and Walsh, he hasn't landed awkwardly.
The foul definitely is going to be called against Roel Graham Bell. You can see just coming over the help side defense. Evan Walsh going back to the charity stripe. He's been very aggressive every time he's been making those penetrations against the Flyers defense. Currently tonight, Walsh has only missed 1 free throw. He's 8 for 9 here from the charity stripe. Again, I'll make the case. 18 points tonight for Evan Walsh. Get this man in the Great Britain squad for the FIBA Eurobasket qualifiers.
I mean, you look at the British players, all the best British players that are eligible are playing in the British Basketball League. You've got Patrick Whelan as well, who's been outstanding for Caledonia Gladiators. I mentioned the Brits that are playing at London Lions, and then you've got Jamal Anderson as well. You know, the coach Studel, I'm sure, is looking very closely at these players.
Long way to go here for Landolfi. He's about to turn it over yet again. Giants lead by 26. Lines Legend Robertson goes in, and again puts them all on the poster. The Legends with the exclamation point, Graham.
Yeah, that's just a fantastic pass. Again by Balsier, who's the top assist player for Manchester Giants. And Robertson does the rest.
Legend Robertson. He needs a little bit of space with the dive cover of Balsier. That's what I like to call the hammer time coming from Mr. Legend Robertson. He is legendary.
Yeah, and that's why you keep your head up as a guard, because he saw Legend Roberto run right to the front of the rim, and he's just delivered that pass absolutely perfect. So the big fella could just turn around and crush it. And I'm not surprised he's got a little smile on his face. He's had a great game, both ends of the floor, Josh, not just the offense. He's had some big-time blocks, sending a message to Bristol Flyers, you were going to get nothing easy tonight.
Well, he spent the preseason working out with the great Ryan Richards. I don't even know a British player that was drafted in the NBA in 2011 with the San Antonio Spurs. Spent last season playing professionally in Japan. Of course, only a thing or two off Ryan Richards in those workouts. Sadly goes in for a teardrop. Goes out of bounds, but I'm almost certain that came off of Raffle Thomas Edwards. I think they've overturned this one, yep. It's going to be possession back to the Giants.
I think for the Giants, they want to control the tempo now, just not get into a run and gun game. And maybe the Flyers can start eating into the lead. Maybe use a little bit of clock if they want to. Just get the absolute best offense they can.
24-point lead to the Giants. We'll see it trying to post up. That's going to be a 24-second violation. He tried to pass that one. I don't think he tried to shoot it, but good defense by the Flyers.
Yeah, that's very uncharacteristic by Balsier, who's normally so smart. Just running out of shot clock.
Final 5 minutes and 40 seconds need to be pride for the Flyers. As you mentioned, it's been a roller coaster season. Won a few games, so they look unbeatable. They just struggled after that, but you know, for them it's consistency, but also balancing playing in the European North Basketball League. Also taking care of domestically. Well, it's a tough move by Jacob, and he'll go to the free throw line.
He's just a fabulous athlete, can finish with both hands, which makes him so tough. This time it's the wraparound left-handed layup. It's a real scrappy play. Legend Robertson just can't. He knocks it away, but then Trajan Jacob goes away, comes back again. He's got Balsier right at his hip. And then he's got the big fella coming over to try and block it. That's being able to hang in the air, great concentration, and moving the ball around so it's tough to block.
Well, a coach technical's been called against Andreas Kapoulis, and I'm not quite sure why he's upset here. I mean, he got the @1. I think Andreas is trying to say that whatever he said wasn't in protest. I think he's trying to say I was talking to my bench. And the home crowd just letting Coach Kapoulis. Now, if anyone knows, I've had the fortune. Andreas Kapoulis was my coach when I was 16 years old playing for England under 16. He is the nicest guy in the world. As a basketball coach, he's a competitor. He just wants to win, and that's how he is. I mean, he's a great coach to play for, but I don't think he probably said anything to the referee. I think he was talking either to himself or to his bench.
Yeah, and sometimes the coaches are misunderstood. You've got to be so careful what you're saying. and the way you're saying it, but and of course you've got 3 referees as well, so there's always one likely to be close to you in close proximity. That is very unlucky though for Coach K.
I think the best part is when he told the referee, I didn't swear, I didn't say anything wrong. Another foul's going to be called here against Trey John Jacob. He's still talking. What did I say? I didn't say anything.
Yeah,
I always said to Andreas, if you're going to say something, say it in Greek.
Yeah.
That way, nobody's going to understand you at that point.
Yeah, good point.
We'll see it now. Find another 3. This one's up. And again, nothing but net. That's a dagger.
Yeah, 9 points now for Boussier. 6 assists going right across the board. He's so smart and in rhythm. Nothing but net for that 3.
Going down low to Brad Green. Green trying to force his way in. Goes up, can't finish it. Robertson with a big rebound. Let's try to push this one. Going in, Euro step. Gets his pocket picked. Stafford comes up a loose ball. He can't finish it. Now we're into 4.5 here in the 4th quarter. Flyers just playing for the reputation here at the moment. Nice seal off by Brad Green. Wow. Pretty sure that was on its way down, but what a block there. Well, finds Ledger rebutted. Look out below. I am Legend on both ends of the floor. Well, he's making blocks down one end, Graham, and just running the floor. But if Basel fans, we can take a short break, as we'll be back momentarily. Welcome back, Basel fans. Ledger Robertson maybe just getting away with the goaltending, but a block down one end. And again, as I mentioned, look out below the Legend. Throwing it down, Grant, with no regard whatsoever.
Yeah, he's above his season average, but I love the fact that Boussier waited for him, because Robertson created that play with the block, and then Boussier waited, because the big fella was running the floor, and you've got to reward the bigs when they run to the front of the rim.
Of course, I know we have a lot of Bristol Flyers fans watching live here on the YouTube channel. One in particular, Russ Williams, who's probably been the most loyal Flyers fan this season. No doubt, you're looking to the return fixture when these two teams meet again in Bristol at some point this season. But, you know, it's been a tough night here for the Flyers, Graham. Yeah, it really has. It's just been raining threes and great play from Manchester Giants. There's so many Manchester Giant players. And there goes Lawton getting a rebound. He's been superb as well. But yes, this is creating some dialogue, and some situations now will come to pass at the Flyers, when Flyers host the Giants later in the season. Well, foul is going to be called against Stabley, just a little too aggressive. I think the moisturizer removal technicians, the great Jeff King would say back in Newcastle, need to come on the floor. Another timeout's going to be called. 3:23 to go. At the moment, Giants holding on to a 27-point lead. Well, Basel fans, as we come up to January, we will be leaving the league shortly. We won't be leaving you fully, of course. The British Basketball League gets ready for a busy January as we get ready for the British Basketball League Trophy.
The British Basketball League Trophy is back. The stakes are higher. The action is bigger. Here's how it all goes down. All 10 league teams are split into 2 groups of 5. The trophy games are played across 3 weekends in January, where each team plays 4 games within their group, 2 at home and 2 away. The top 2 teams from each group will go into the semi-finals. It all comes down to an epic Final Four weekend at the Utilita Arena in Birmingham on the 27th and 28th of January 2024, with back-to-back semi-finals played on the Saturday, followed by a double-header with the men's and women's finals played on the Sunday. It's time to find the 2024 trophy champions.
Well, Grant, the trophy's looking like it's going to be an exciting January, a new edition. I mean, I'm ultimately looking to make that trip up to Birmingham for the final at the end of the month.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a wonderful event with the women's final as well on the Sunday, but it's great to have games on that Saturday, the 2 semi-finals back-to-back. That's how it's been tradition on the big weekends in the British Basketball League and that national trophy. Where it was a brilliant win for Caledonia Gladiators with Sloan knocking that corner 3 down with the iconic Dan Routledge commentary, and I'm sure we'll be looking for more of the same as we head into January.
Well, Lawton now looking for a post-up, goes down the middle, it's a little jump hook, and just gets it to drop in. Top move by Austin Lawton. You got to think now, where next for the Flyers off this game? Because, you know, it's almost becoming not only unbeatable here in the British Basketball League, but sometimes unpredictable, because you might have a good game one weekend and at the other weekend it might be totally different. But this is the exciting part about the British Basketball League. It's almost anybody's game on anybody's day. Yeah, and it's a top-to-bottom league, as Matt Morgan said in an early interview after he'd been MVP of the game, the player of the game. He said this is a top-to-bottom league. They've already found that out, the Lions, by losing against Plymouth, and Plymouth pushing them close back at their place. So if you're not at your absolute best, if you're the higher seeded team against a lower seed, if you're not at your absolute best, like Flyers haven't been able to, some of their issues today have been their own doing, but a lot of it has been the great defense of Manchester Giants and the fantastic offense and sharing of the ball by the Giants too. Jackson makes a free throw now. 25-point deficit. And something the Giants have been looking after is to potentially, for the first time, go back-to-back victories here in the league, but they have to win the next one after this defense by Jackson. The foul has been committed. That's going to be 2 free throws coming up for the Flyers.
Yeah, that's what they've got to hope for. Attack the basket, be strong, get fouled, get the game clock stopped and knock the free throws down, and maybe they can put on some full court pressure, try and disrupt what Manchester Giants are trying to do.
You got to think as well for the Flyers, Tevin Ollison, what's going to be his situation after this game, because we saw that roll did not look particularly well, and you know, if you're lucky, sometimes with a rolled ankle, you're looking maybe at a week or 2 weeks recovery, and hopefully that is the case with Tevin Ollison.
Yeah, they didn't have Lucas either tonight, so one of their big 3 wasn't here to start with, and the other one goes down. And Tevin is the biggest, you know, one of the top players in this league for sure. And Jacob is doing his best along with the other players, but it's so tough when one of your leaders goes down. And Manchester Giants, everyone's fit and firing. They really are firing as a team tonight.
Well, this basketball arena sits right next door to the Etihad, where Manchester City plays. So, you know, Giants trying to become another successful sport here representing basketball in Manchester. And, you know, go back to the history of this club in the 90s when they were coached by the great Nick Nurse. They were a powerhouse in the British Basketball League. And it's just trying to find a pathway, an avenue for them to get back to where they were in those glory days.
Yeah, and they've got great junior teams up here, so there's definite pathways as they just go to the bucket. No help defense. Matt Goodwin not playing tonight, but one of their leading juniors who's sitting on the bench, and that is the key, is keep bringing these top British players through so they don't have to take the abroad option all the time. Feed them into playing in the British Basketball League, which is just getting better and better.
Well, Harris drawing the foul here against Roel Graham-Bell. Jackson just hitting the ground, and Austin Lorden trying to help him back up. Oh, Graham, we got to ask you, I mean, there's been so many great players in this game for the Giants. I mean, fittingly a 23-point lead, but who's been your player of the game?
Well, for the second weekend running, Evan Walsh has been outstanding. The moment he stepped on the floor, within 8 seconds, he'd already scored. He was already at the free throw line, and then the game really went the way of Manchester Giants once he was on the floor. And Evan, congratulations, you've been superb.
Harris currently at the free throw line here for the Manchester Giants. It's going to be interesting as well. We look at the top of the British Basketball League, but the Lions are in, you know, relatively total control. But you know, look at that 8th spot for the playoffs. That's going to be very, very interesting. You got Surrey Scorchers, now Giants, but you know, a lot of teams around that could dip into that 8th spot. So Jacob goes for a long one. He knocks this one down. Now it's a 20-point deficit. Tough one for the Flyers, but as we mentioned, now we're under 90 seconds. It's all about pride here for the Flyers. Well, Lewis with the pump fake, just taking him in around the score and getting the drop. Well, 101 hoops here with Professor Nick Lewis. Class is dismissed.
Yeah, Lewis can score in so many ways this time. Gets the pump fake and gets the little jump shot, and great defense from Lawton again.
Well, finds Austin Lawton the wraparound, can't finish it, no foul calls. Now we're under a minute to go here. Giants 1 field goal from getting to the century mark. Thomas Edwards getting the offensive board.
You know, Thomas Edwards, he's not going to stop going after offensive rebounds. He takes a lot of pride in that.
There's your player of the game, Evan Walsh. And now finally the Manchester Giants hit the century mark with 100 points. Thanks to the player of the game, Evan Walsh. Jackson goes down and responds out on the other end, keeping it at a 20-point deficit. But oh, Graham, it's been a great game for the Giants. Things looking maybe just a little bit better here for Manchester.
Yeah, they've got everybody in the roster. Everyone's fit and firing. They're nearly 20 points above their average in this game, and now they do go over. 81 was their average, and now they're over 100 points.
Well, phenomenal performance, especially from the perimeter from the home team, Manchester Giants. The team trying to compete for a playoff spot. And at the end of this one, it will be the Manchester Giants as they win this one in the end, 103-80 against the Bristol Flyers. Brian Simonian, you know, in a relatively confident mood in the pregame when we spoke with him, of course. Yeah. I think now he can start to plan to try and finally get back-to-back victories this season in the British Basketball League in the next game.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing they need to do now. They've got to go on a run of wins. They don't want any letdown after this. Next opponent up, they need to go in with the same confidence.
I think the positive thing here has been, you know, such a great three-point shooting night. You remember when the Surrey Scorchers played the Giants back in the sports park and hit 23-pointers. All of a sudden, they were a different team after that. This could be the case here for the Giants. A great perimeter shooting night, but a big victory at home against a team fighting to get home court advantage in the playoffs this season.
Yeah, 7 different players hitting three-pointers as well, which was a nightmare for Bristol Flyers to deal with, and the way they were being knocked down. Such great attack of the basket, penetrate, kick, extra passing. You know, they've been a real handful tonight, Manchester Giants, but defensively, Legendary Burton, we've talked about him, 0-0. He's just been an absolute nightmare for Bristol Flyers to deal with, blocking shot after shot.
Well, there you can see Brian Simonian with his players trying to build the continuity, the synergy to make them a competitive team this season in the British Basketball League. There was a lot of hope, a lot of promise last season with the Giants when they had Ramon Fletcher, Dirk Williams, and expectations fell short, of course, mostly down the defensive end. But this Giants team trying to build that hunger, and there is your player of the game, Evan Walsh. And it just seems like every game he's just getting better and better, Graham.
Yeah, he looks fit. He looks ready as soon as he comes on the floor. Excellent game against Surrey Scorchers last week. And it's the moments that he picks to really go for it and make his big plays. And they were crucial tonight as they were against Surrey last weekend. And there's another big player as well. We've talked about Nick Lewis. He's just, tonight, you know, Evan Walsh was doing his thing, but don't forget the likes of Nick Lewis. He can go off at any given time. 15 points for him. 5 rebounds, 3 assists.
Well, Basel fans, we're going to meet momentarily with the player of the game, Evan Walsh, and what a fabulous performance he had here tonight for the Manchester Giants. Evan, you know, I was very tempted tonight to text Manchester Giants are going to win this game, knowing that you were going to come ready to play. Phenomenal performance. I mean, what is it going for you? I mean, what is it right now for you and your team that are making you such a great team?
Anyway, thanks, Josh. But I just want to say a glory to God for this one. He gives me the strength every day. But look, we're taking strides every single day. You know, we're working really hard in practice, and it's the strength of the group, man. I mean, I think we had like 5, 6 players in double figures. We've had a 9, an 8, another 8. So, I mean, it's credit to the guys. You know, everyone puts their best foot forward every night. So, yeah, we just like, obviously, look, we love to win, and we like to, yeah, put down for the fans here for sure.
Evan, Graham Hiscock here, just great to see you playing so well as a young Brit. We talked a lot in commentary about maybe you need to be looked at for this upcoming GB team. How do you feel where your game is and the thoughts about playing for your country?
I mean, look, I strive to get better every year, and every summer I come out of the summer with more and more confidence. So I think the last 2 summers have been huge for me in terms of comfortability of my game and like expanding a couple of things that I know I needed to work on. So to be able to put the performances together is amazing, and again, I put my life to God and I've given him the glory every single time, and yeah, he's given me that strength. So
now, Evan, where do you think you guys are improving the most? You know, you guys are a great three-point shooting team, but collectively it seems like you guys are gelling very well down the defensive end. What has been the key standpoint for you guys as a team to improve that synergy?
Yeah, I mean, we're a brand new team. I mean, I know we're halfway through the season now and everything, but we have rookie Americans and we have some guys that haven't played in the league before. Obviously, we've got some experience here too, but finding out how each other really work has been a bit difficult for us, but I feel like we're really hitting our stride now, and we know who we're playing with and we know sort of the rotations that where we fit in. So I think together we're just finding each other in better places and we're just playing off each other a lot better than we were at the start of the year. So that's great to see.
Evan Walsh, congratulations on not only winning the player of the game, but also another victory here for the Manchester Giants, and all the best to you and your team for the next game.
Thank you guys.
Well, there is your player of the game, Evan Walsh, a phenomenal performance. But, you know, Graham, at the moment, why don't we go through the stats of this big victory here for the Giants? I mean, they only finished with 13 three-pointers in the end, but they put on a showcase from downtown tonight.
Yeah, 7 different scorers from behind the arc, and that really set the trend for the victory. Okay, they slowed down a little bit in the second half, but they had the lead. They managed it really well, I feel. They kept Bristol Flyers at arm's length. 24-39 from 2-point range. 20 assists to 18. Good job by both teams. Bristol Flyers with 10 more rebounds. Steals exactly the same. 4 less turnovers for the Giants. Good job by the Giants on the turnovers.
Well, Manchester doing a good job of taking care of the basketball time, as you mentioned, with only 12 turnovers. But now it's time to look at the story of the half here. And it began with Nick Lewis's big three-pointer. I mean, he's becoming more than just a scorer. He's becoming a phenomenal facilitator in the backcourt.
Yeah, 3 assists, 5 rebounds as well. To go with his 15 points, he's just a super player.
Well, there you can see the fast break play. Jacob just finishing this one. And, you know, the Flyers, they were underhanded quite a few players tonight, but, you know, you got to credit Manchester. They were relentless and ruthless on the offense.
Yeah, a lot of people getting involved. I really like that play from Lawton, where 3 players were involved from the Giants. But whatever Flyers did, it just wasn't enough as Landolfi hit that 3. And this just sort of summed it up. That's incredible from Stampley. Anticipation.
And there was a dunk there by Ledger Robertson. A phenomenal play in both ends of the floor. Ledger just doing what he does best. Here is Mason Boursier. Again, finding Ledger. You got to give him the confidence, because he can become a huge X factor this season for the Manchester Giants. Well, Again, now you can see the D3 coming from Rafa Thomas-Edwards, and it was all a consolation at that point for the Bristol Flyers. Well, credit to the Flyers, they did compete to the end, but they were just up against a very good Manchester Giants team. You can see Austin Lorden finishing with the tough post move. It was just that kind of night. Again, another three-pointer here from Jacob as Harris putting the nail in the coffin. Well, now, Basel fans, we're going to meet here with the head coach, Brian Simoni of the Manchester Giants. Coach, first of all, congratulations, but credit to your team. They put on a showcase from the perimeter. I mean, what did you do in practice? They were lighting it up from downtown.
Yeah, we shot the ball really well in the first half, especially. There's nothing that we do special, really. Our last 3 weeks of training have been really solid, and we've seen it improving on the court, and we just really need a night like this where the ball was falling in early. We got some momentum with that, and you see the outcome when we can hit some shots early on.
Yeah, Coach Graham Hiscock here. Great performance, 5 players in double figures, but Evan Walsh yet again back-to-back weekends leading this team. What can you say about Evan and the really good team play from Manchester Giants tonight?
Yeah, like you mentioned, Evan had another great night tonight, another tied his career high, I believe, another 22-pointer. But our bench has been contributing now that we're healthy. We have a full roster. And I think in the first half we had 32 or 36 points off the bench just in the first half. So our bench has been contributing. We know we got to go deep, and we rely on them to come in and do their job. And our bench did their job tonight, and Evan was a leader of that again.
I mean, Coach, this is a new team. Trying to get this group to play collectively and cohesively together has been the challenge. So far, you've picked up some good victories. But to me personally, defensively, it looks like things are getting better for your team. They're making good stops, but also they're converting turnovers into transition points.
Yeah, absolutely. Our defensive tenacity has improved over the last weeks. Getting Will back, having Jamel as a defensive leader. I think those guys have really set the tone for us, not only in training, but here tonight as well. So having that leadership on the floor with those two guys, yeah, our defense really came out tonight.
Coach Brian Simoni, thank you so much, and all the best to you and the Manchester Giants going forward.
Thanks, fellas. See you soon.
Well, there's your head coach, Brian Simoni of the Manchester Giants, and what a big victory was for him tonight. Well, there you have it, 103-80 against the Bristol Flyers. Tomorrow night, a doubleheader. London Lions will be hosting the Cheshire Phoenix, while the big one will be on Sky Sports as Leicester Riders will be taking on the Caledonian Gladiators. On Sunday, we have a triple header. Surrey Scorchers will take on the Gladiators. Lions will host the Manchester Giants. Giants will be looking first time to get consecutive victories this season in the British Basketball League, while the final game of the weekend will see Cheshire Phoenix take on the Newcastle Eagles. Well, now it's time to take a look at the league standings. Manchester Giants just creeping into that playoff spot, while the London Lions still top of the British Basketball League. The Flyers, currently with 20 games played, still in fourth position, but that could change as this weekend goes on. Well, again, Graham, got to say, it was just a phenomenal game here from Brian Simoni and his players. Yeah, three-point shooting was big. Defensively, they were great. I mean, Giants may be looking a bit differently.
Yeah, they're playing fantastically well, and Evan Walsh just been superb. 46 points from the bench. The whole team is just delivering, and they had to win this. He put a lot of focus on this game, and his team followed suit. They delivered for him, and it's a big, big win.
Well, Basel fans, we would like to say thank you for joining us here in Manchester. I'm Josh Bett. He's Graham Hiscock. We would like to say goodbye and thank you from here in the British Basketball League.